From what? That's what we're talking about today. What? Today's social cues. All right. My name is Mike Lawrence. I'm lead pastor here at Faith Community Church. I didn't mean to scare you, but have you ever heard a Christian say, you need to be saved? First thought is like, saved from what? Like, saved falling from the sky, like in the cartoons, or maybe bus coming, get out of the way, or shark, we're gonna die. You know, we have this sense of like, Christians use this phrase all the time, you need to be saved, or I was saved, and you think to yourself, from what? Well, that phrase, you need to be saved, comes out of the Bible. It's a phrase because the ancients really felt they needed to be saved from the world and everything that was going on in it. Because you got to remember, way back, like thousands of years ago, the world really seemed out of control. I mean, they couldn't predict natural disasters, and they had no idea or deep understanding of diseases, and war was always on the horizon. The world was a dangerous place. Infant mortality rates were high, and lifespans were low, and there was this sense of like, we need to be saved. God, save us from this world. And there is a part of that. You know what? If you've ever suffered or been in a dangerous situation, you know that feeling that you need to be saved. It's how people in Ukraine feel right now. It's kind of how I felt when I was struggling with cancer. Those moments I felt like, man, I need to be saved. So there's that part of it. God, I'm in a situation I can't control. It's making me afraid. Save me. But there's another side to that Christians talk about. And people that I know who are self-aware, they get this. And that's the idea of like, I kind of need to be saved for myself. You know those things you say that really hurt people? Or that thing you did, kind of a dumb thing you did, and you weren't thinking about the consequences, and now you get to live the rest of your life with those consequences? Or that sense of these habits that you develop in your life, and they just aren't good habits. But there's this internal desire and drive to want to do these things. Kind of need to be saved from that. We call that, by the way, and you read it in our Bibles, it's called the sinful nature. It's the human nature. We have a part of ourselves that does these things that are really wrong, and we can't change it. So think about it like that. And there's a part of it is like, I need to be saved from a world that I can't control. And if you've ever suffered, you know about that. But I also need to be saved from myself, because inside myself is like that idea of a sinful nature. Man, that's a hard thing to explain in a short episode like this. But it carries the idea of like, I got this like soul disease that I can't cure. I need to be saved. Or my condition is incompatible with the nature of God, and he repels it, kind of like different ends of a magnet. I need to be saved because I'm separated from God and I can't get to him. And honestly, all the things that we accumulate in life that we do, all those things that are wrong, and I get it, wrong is a real controversial word in today's world. Right versus wrong, there's no such thing as absolutes. Honestly, you know when you've been wronged. And people who are self-aware, they know when they've wronged somebody else. That stuff just doesn't disappear. And if God's going to be true to himself, if he's going to truly be perfect in justice and mercy and love, he's got to deal with all those wrongs. He's going to find a way to deal with that disease. He's going to look for a way to kind of build an attraction for a relationship with you. He saves us from that condition. A lot of people say, well then, how does he save us? That's what we talk about Jesus. We have episodes that deal with that, right? We have episodes that talk about Easter and heaven and hell and all that. But in this context, what I would say is that Jesus Christ saves us. He provides the antidote to the disease. He reverses the polarity so that we can reconcile. He brings justice to our wrongs. And that's a lot to talk about in a short episode like this. Matter of fact, that's the type of thing you really need to be in a group of people to discuss. Because you get one question leads to another, leads to another, leads to another, and you get a lot that's going to come out of that. Stems from that one question, right? So you should check out our church. We have a great group called Starting Point that really focuses on that question. in a big way that I'll tell you, people who take Starting Point, it's like a small group of people get to discuss these thoughts through watching a video and getting together. Honest discussions is like a safe zone. They all talk about how helpful it is. So honestly, you should talk about that. Because look out! You may need to be saved. Hey, if you found this video helpful, you could like it. You can subscribe to our channel. You can leave a comment below. We really appreciate that. Who knows? Maybe we'll pick up a theme for what you put in the comments below and we'll talk about it. Love you guys. Take care.